Hey guys, first regardsman here, and I'll be talking about a Thunderhammer Assault build for Space Marine 2 patch 12.0. Now, in patch 12 of Space Marine 2, all the balanced weapons got a base damage buff. That does include the Thunderhammer, and now this one can actually hit breakpoints with the Overcharge perk here to one combo Majoras, which is pretty damn nice, and we'll be building around that today. Now, for the perk tree on this variant, we have chosen Perpetual Strength first for a melee damage increase of 5%, moving here to the perk Fast Preparation. Aftershock preparation time is reduced by 30%. This perk is pretty much mandatory in my opinion, because without this, your aftershock prep time just feels god-awful. Speed stat does not affect that at all, so it doesn't matter if you're using like a block variant, a fencing variant, or a balanced version, your aftershock will just come out the same speed, so this one will help you the most, so definitely pick it up. Next perk here is Perpetual Strength again, moving here into the perk Shattering Impact and Seismic Chain. Now, Shattering Impact gives you your Ground Slam and AoE radius increase of 50%, and Seismic Chain gives you an additional Ground Slam. Now, with a speed of 7 on the Balance variant, this feels really good. I'm already a fan of this on the block version, but on the Balance Hammer, your attacks are so quick compared to the block that you really get full benefit out of this, and on top of that, this is buffed up by the Overcharge perk, and your base damage is actually higher on this weapon currently than the block hammer. So like without Adrenaline Surge charges, you're hitting harder on this hammer, which is pretty damn cool, and that makes your ground slams kind of hit like a truck. Next perk here is Perpetual Strength again, moving here to the perk Aftershock. After hitting an enemy with Aftershock, you will deal 10% more melee damage for 10 seconds. Now, the way Aftershock works in this game is that the first attack of your Aftershock is actually you bringing up your hammer, and because of that, if that hammer hit actually hits, or like the pommel I should say, if the pommel hit of your hammer hits when you're bringing it up for the Aftershock slam, you will get the 10% damage bonus off of that, so just keep that in mind, way better than it sounds initially. Next perk here is Kill Streak, moving here into the perk Aftershock Improved. Aftershock gains an additional smash. I pretty much always take this because Aftershock is one of the most damaging abilities on the Thunderhammer anyways, and this just makes it way better, so definitely look into this one. Next perk here is Minora Slayer, up here into the perk Majora Slayer, and then I finish off with the perk down here, Dead End, for 50% more damage on Pommel Smash. Now, Pommel Smash is just the lunging attack on the Thunderhammer. You don't have to take this if you don't want to. I'm mainly taking this because I am using the Furious Strikes Wings of Flame build, so having a better damage on our Pommel Smash does help out quite a bit. But if you want to like swap this out for the perk over here, Perpetual Strength, for like 5% more base damage, you can definitely do that. Maybe not like base damage, like 5% extra damage. And that's pretty much all there is for the Thunderhammer here. Now, for the secondary, I also take another buffed weapon this patch, which is the Inferno Pistol. Now, all Inferno Pistol gun strike damage got upped by 22% this patch. It feels way better now. I was already a fan of this weapon on Assault before, especially versus Chaos, but this patch, it is seriously overperforming. I might even put this in like a top tier echelon for the secondaries in the game currently because it has great stagger, pretty good gun strike damage, and amazing ammo economy. And the only thing that's really lacking is like range damage against Zoanthropes, but I did take this build to the Zoanthrope, the Vortex Beast today, so using this was like kind of a no-brainer. Now, for the perk tree, I do skip over the perk here, Motivated Melee. Melee damage increases by 20% if this weapon has no ammo in its magazine. A lot of people want this perk. They think this perk will like up their damage tremendously. It really does not do a ton in this game. The damage calculation for this perk is not that high. It is not as good as it might sound initially, so I do go down here for extra range instead, because I think range on your Inferno Pistol is just way more important. Next perk here is Brace Reload, going here to Perpetual Range again, up into Great Might. Then we grab Increased Capacity and Adamant Restoration. When your health drops below 30%, your ammo reserve is restored by 25% of the maximum capacity. Cannot exceed maximum ammo capacity, the cooldown is 30 seconds. This is the only form of ammo regen like this on any secondary in the game. It is part of what makes the Inferno Pistol so damn ammo efficient, on top of just like the fat magazine capacity and ammo reserves on this one. So picking up this, kind of a no-brainer here. Next perk here is Extra Shot for an additional cartridge, and the final perk is Trick Shot, killing 5 enemies with 1 shot, restores an armor segment. The cooldown is 30 seconds. This perk is also incredible. Free armor every 30 seconds attached to a secondary is really, really good in this game. And armor on Assault especially is quite valuable because even though he is quite tanky, it's not really because of his like direct damage reductions, because of armor regen and things like range damage reduction. So that's pretty much why we take that. Now for the Assault perk tree here, I do take Overcharge first. Damage from held and charged melee attacks increases by 25%. This is one of the best melee perks in the entire game. It is a 25% multiplicative melee damage increase. Most other damage increases in this game are additive. This one is just significantly better because of that. And Overcharge is also what allows you to hit breakpoints on the balanced Thunderhammer that other weapons simply cannot. Next perk here is Defense Mechanism. Contested health fades 50% more slowly. Now, when you're using Overcharge, you are giving up armor reinforcement for that damage, so having this can help you survive quite a bit, especially on the Inferno Pistol, because the Inferno Pistol is a fairly low rate of fire on this variant, and having Defense Mechanism kind of makes up for that. Though I will say, if you want to skip over this perk and take Consecutive Execution instead, you can definitely do that. This perk is also quite strong, and having Melt-A-Bombs attached to this is a really powerful option for this build, but you might have a significantly harder time dealing with your contested health here. Next perk here is Active Attrition. Enemies hit by damage from melee attacks, executable, sprinting, or dashing take 25% more damage for 5 seconds. This will apply a debuff to the enemy hit for your entire team. Now, the reason I take this is because, number one, I'm building for Dead End on our Thunderhammer here, and number two, we are using the Wings of Flame Furious Strikes commitment build, so kind of a no-brainer to like build into dash attacks. But I will say, if you want to take Knowledge of the Enemy or Perseverance, you could do that too. That is up to you. Next perk here is Strategic Strikes. All team members deal 20% more melee damage against Extremis and Terminus level enemies. This perk is very strong in this game. Getting a 20% damage buff against Extremis and Terminus is like heavy hits against enemies you want to kill the most, so definitely grab this one. Though if you do want to pick up Proven Efficiency, I don't think it's the best on this build, but it's definitely not terrible. Next perk here is the brand new perk Furious Strikes. Hitting an enemy with an attack after a jump pack dash restores jump pack's ability to charge by 1. The cooldown is 10 seconds. This perk is god tier. It does not matter if you have commitment. It does not matter if you hit a Majoris or an Extremis. You can literally just jump pack dash a Minoris enemy, smack them in the face, and get a free gap close plus like ability recharge here, which is just a god tier combo in Space Marine 2. But what really makes this thing a god tier perk is when you combine it over here with the perk Commitment. A perfect time dodge using a jump pack dash restores your jump pack's ability charge. When you take this perk and you get a positive jump pack from a perfect dodge on this, and you also hit them with a dash attack immediately after, you are now up a free jump pack. Because of that, you are getting double like the potential ground pounds, extra options for Wings of Flame for damage on the actual dash attack itself. And Wings of Flame is already a really good perk in this game. When you go jetpack positive with Furious Strikes on top of that, it is just so much free damage that you will melt bosses like Carnifexes, you will melt bosses like Hellbrutes, you will melt the Vortex Beast, which I do in this video, so hopefully this gives you a better idea of how you want to actually play this. Now, the next perk here is, of course, Wings of Flame. A jump pack dash damages enemies along its trajectory and always works as a perfect dodge when dodging an attack. Right now, this perk gives you so much free damage because of how many extra jump packs you're getting off of Furious Strikes and Commitment, that not taking it is kind of insane. You could take Zealous Blow with this build. I would probably only take Zealous Blow on Siege mode, but in like operations, Wings of Flame is just way better right now. You get so much free damage off of this, it's just kind of a no-brainer. Next perk here is Aerial Grace. After a perfect time dodge using a jump pack dash, you will deal 30% more damage for 10 seconds. We are a jump pack dash build, so 30% damage buff here, pretty nice. And the final perk is Commitment for the reasons I previously mentioned, and that's pretty much all there is for the main perk tree. Now, for the prestige perks, I do take Unyielding Oath first. When charging a ground pound, you become invulnerable for 3 seconds. This is just nice for like the occasions you do actually use a normal ground pound. All you have to do is hold your ground pound button for like a split second here, and you will just immediately start charging up your Thunderhammer, and because of that, you'll be basically invulnerable the entire trajectory of your landing, which is really nice in this game, and I do think it's better than like Adrenaline Boost right now and Duelist, though if you want to take Duelist, you definitely could. Next perk here is Fortitude for health increase of 15%. Then I pick up the perk Practice Aim for range damage increase of 15%. And the final perk I grab is Hammer of Wrath. After using your jump pack, you take 30% less range damage and don't lose control from heavy hits and cannot be knocked back for 15 seconds. This is just the new God perk on the Prestige perk list for Assault. This has practically just replaced Adrenaline Boost for me and like most players, because this will trigger off of every single jump pack use, and that includes jump pack dash. So every free jump pack you get, you are getting a 30% range damage reduction, and you are also getting no knockback for 15 seconds. That is just such a value combo. That makes you so damn tanky against so many enemies in this game. And Hammer of Wrath was already a really good perk, but instead they just replaced it with a God tier perk and put it in the Prestige perk tree for free, basically. So Assault stocks are just way up, and that is pretty much all there is for this build, guys. Honestly, this is one of my favorite builds in Space Marine 2 currently, and really any Wings of Flame build at the moment it's just super fun to play. I mean, on the animation cancel side of things, they did add an animation cancel to the assault class. I do want to mention here for a split second, because basically now in patch 12, whenever you jump pack dash in this game, you will just cancel out of any animation. That means you can be charging up your Thunder Hammer and be totally fine off a single press of your ability pack. That is really powerful. Hopefully this build guide helped you, and as always guys, thank you for watching. If you like content like this, subscribe for more, and take it easy. Bye. That's such a different weapon from what I'm used to flying. Yo, FTG, is it weird to put you in my recommended channels on Twitch? Not really. Use whatever you want, bro. No problem. When I started at YouTube, I did that all the time with my people who are now my friends, so. The whole point is channels you recommend, anyways. Bonk. That's peak. The best part is this build fucks up the Vortex Beast too. Perfect. Well, I don't know why my Aftershock did 0 damage to him, but I guess it was because of There is so much tech with this class now. It's like genuinely. I'm glad I didn't make a guide on this class before they did this, because properly explaining how much you can actually do with this class now would take a minute. Gotta run, have a great stream. Take it easy, fan. What heroic should I get first as an assault main? Any recommendations? Heroic heavy bolt pistol is a really good option. Unfortunately, the heroic weapons, like, on the melee side, aren't that good for assault. Actually, Xenophase Blade is pretty good. It's pretty good. That ain't bad. Arachnade. Alright. Oh, I'm glad I wasn't standing in that spot when that happened. I'll say the Space Wolf voice isn't that bad if they just got rid of the woo. Like, he sounds the best out of all of them. What's your opinion on the limited customization of the Death Marine class? Well, I mean, I'm sure that'll be expanded eventually, and also it's a brand new class, so I'm not surprised. Alright, well. This is peak. Really fun build. Oh, alright, well, he actually zoomed a million miles away from me. I thought I'd go farther. I don't know why. Oh god. Unfortunately, I wasted my Furious Strike there. Alright, well, I kind of mistimed that, but let's go. Did you match with the first weapon? What we're talking about? Oh yeah, for people who are missing a point on your axe, make sure you max out all the weapons, guys. I think I still prefer ground pound, but you can actually do both. You can still take Furious Strikes and ground pound. The crux here is commitment. Commitment plus Furious Strikes. You don't even need the ground pound damage necessarily. You could still take the Azel's blow. Wings of Flame is still very good though. On this, just free damage. I will say though, Wings of Flame stocks are very much up because it does make the entire ease of use of the build go up, and the build itself just gets way more effective. Might even kill him, you never know. Yeah, there we go. Amber of Wrath, man, that range damage reduction is huge. Oh my god, thank you for Amber of Wrath. That was a big fuck up there. I had no one I actually needed to there. Alright, so ends arguably the worst objective in this entire area. Arguably, we're not entirely. You know, jury's still out. First time watching you on Twitch, love your channel. Thanks, man. Really appreciate that. I'm glad I could help. There will be more guides for all eternity. Till Space Marine 3. I'll tell you, the one I'm looking forward to the most is like next patch with the new boss. It's going to be like a Chaos Exalted Sorcerer, and then after that, Siege Mode's going to get a big patch. And I'll be hopping back on that. Probably hop on it a lot more in the next patch too, but I'm really looking forward to like the Requisition Overhaul and all that. Because it's kind of been undercooked the past year, almost. Is Power Fist the best melee for Bulwark? Yes. Though it's not his only good melee, you know. The best doesn't mean the only option. Put it that way. Damn, Wolf Voice is dope. Yeah, Space Wolf Voice is pretty good, minus the woo. Wow. Yeah. I just wanted Sim, which I ask. Boss spawn, maybe? You think that carrying the generator portion is worse? Well, it looks like we have both of those today, so get the both of... Oh god. I almost said the both of both rolls. Thanks for going in rage in the middle of my combo. That's really nice. Alright, thanks for... Oh, I almost forgot. I have a fucking animation cancel now. That's what I mean. After like probably 1,000 hours of assault. There's entirely new tech within there. I need to go in there. I gotta go in there. It's getting like little shots in here. Not okay. Okay. Oh, and a relic. Almost missed that. That was awkward. What's your feel of the new Tech Marine two-hander? I think it's actually a very good melee weapon. I think people are just very much struggling to understand it. It feels clunky until like you really incorporate it properly. It's very strong though. It can also stagger and rage enemies. I would definitely put it as like at least an A-tier weapon. Also, the Omni-Science Rush is like one of the best gap closers in the game. Besides this. This is probably the best right now, but on an actual weapon. There's be a new Chaos Bots the next patch? Yeah, I got leaked a while back. Actually, missed one there. I feel like the Space Wolf voice actor is the only one that gave it his all. The Sanguinius one just sounds like, "Oh, the angel." He sounds like a squire in Game of Thrones, okay? He does not sound like a blood angel, what I would expect of a blood angel. He sounds like a preacher in Skyrim, like he's just sitting in the Whiterun Square like, "Sanguinius is for the angel." You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying, guys? That's not his exact line, okay, but work in progress, really. What I'm saying is he sounds like he has an unprecedented level of zest. I know exactly what you mean, yeah. He's the kind of guy like knocks on your door on Sunday morning and is like, have you heard about our Lord and Savior Sanguinius? The Blood Angel Skyrim NPC. That's what he sounds like, man. I'm telling you. Remember that guy in Whiterun that's like, praise Talos? The one that would never shut the fuck up as that guy. Same dude. Literally the same person. Yeah, Heimskir? Yeah, that's the one. Alright, let's go murder a Vortex B, shall we? Colonel Quartz with the $20 super chat. Sanguinius summoned me here. So you're telling me your name is Colonel Quaritch and you're a base, not Jake Sully, and you also love the Great Angel? Say no more. Welcome to the Imperium, brother. We all hate Jake Sully here. May his soul rest in peace. Sorry, I just joined, but I heard the name of Sanguinius. I have to mourn him, and mourn away you shall, you know. That was a howl of sadness. For even the Space Wolves know. And thank you, Megatron, for the Prime. Thanks for your guys, man. Helped me out tremendously. I'm glad they could, dude. Are you uploading the Power Axe build? I have it. I just haven't made a thumbnail for it. That's all. It takes time. Also, we're like... Ow. Thank God for Hammer Wrath. Oh. Oh, well, that's not what I wanted to do at all. I've been robbed. A madhouse, I say. A madhouse. Alright, we can definitely kill them in one hit. We gotta dodge these. But we are not getting a CHP back from these. So when you're fighting these little ball thingy, tentacle, not balls at all. They shoot balls. It's become very, it's very obvious they shoot balls, but they are not balls, they're tentacles. And we are currently using 3 shots per. So these do not give a lot of contested health back at all to hit them, so treat them as though they are death itself. Oh, is that a Sanctified Wrath? Ho, 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 ho. Love that. It's a really good weapon. That's a really good item at the moment. Just ran back into that. That was awkward. And that one. Oh. Felt the wind of the laser beam. Oh, he's robbed me of that. Okay, oh, we're mortal. Oh.
Astropaths is unfortunate, but that beast will not trust.
There we go. Easy peasy. We did it, boys. Yeah, my game crashed. Okay.